Hello everyone. Today we are continuing with our topics with reaction mechanisms. So today's topic is the ozonolysis. It's a very important part for NET and GATE exams as well as your other competitive IIT and CPMT. But in MSc second year, the topic is included by the UGC. So what happened, guys? The ozonolysis we already have done in your junior classes is also in BSc is also in 12th classes also. But if you are talking about the main applications of the ozonolysis in research area or in higher classes, so we need to, if you want to synthesize the aldehyde and ketonic compounds, so at that time we require the ozonolysis. And you know the nature of the ozone. Ozone is a highly poisonous gas, having a band-shaped stable structure, having a positive as well as a negative charge, generally preferring and behaving like to be a good electrophile. So they always attacking on those part of the component having a electron rich or the moiety of the electron is very high. So today we are talking about the application part of ozonolysis generally in medicinal chemistry, and is also helpful to synthesize the different types of compounds. So we are starting the types of the ozonolysis. Generally the two types of the ozonolysis take place inside our environment. The first one is the oxidative ozonolysis, the another one is the reductive ozonolysis. The both having the same conditions, but the reagents are totally different. So the one ozonolysis is diverted into different directions on the behalf of using the different kinds of the reagents. If you are using one reagent is responsible for the oxidative, they're giving you alcohol. The reductive, they're giving you aldehydes. Okay, so different kinds of reagents we are using. So first of all, I'm giving you some introductions related to that ozones. So guys, what happened in case of the ozones? You know, it is structure. That one is the structure of the ozones. The both side of ozones having a negative charge due to the availability of the lone pair of electrons having a negative charge, and that one is also negative, and that oxygen is carrying a positive charge. So that ozone structure is unstable in nature. Here, the oxygen bond length is similar due to this resonance, and the bond energy is 147 kilojoule mole inverse. If you are comprising these bond strength comparison to nitrogen oxygen bond strength, so here the nitrogen oxygen bond strength is 180 kilojoule mole inverse. So what does it mean? It means that bond is more stable comparison to that one, or we say the ozone is a less stable, or that bond is a very less stable comparison to this nitrogen oxygen bonds, or we say it is highly unstable in nature. If the ozone is participating, they immediately releasing a nascent oxygen. So that is the use of the ozone. It's a band-like structure, and due to the availability of the positive charge and negative charge, and generally is behaving like to be a electrophilic in nature, and always approaching where their moiety of the double bonds or electron is very high. So that is the ozonolysis. So that is the structure of ozone. Then I am giving you a small descriptions related to that mechanisms of the ozonolysis. We have already studied in your junior classes. So after that I am just working on the types of ozonolysis. So first of all, I am just showing you the mechanisms of the ozonolysis. After that we are working on the applications part of ozonolysis. The first one is, you know very well, suppose we are taking an alkenes. That one is the alkene and saturated alkene. If you want to just follow the reaction is unsaturated alkene, the same conditions and same reactions take place. So here we are taking the ozones. That one is the ozone, guys, is a lone pair of electrons is here having a positive charge, and that one is a negative charge. So what happened? The negative charge is attacking here, and the double bond is attacking on here, and the electron is coming here. So that is a kind of 1,3 dipolar cycloaddition. Dipolar means having a positive and negative charge in the same ozone. So that is a dipolar, and there is a 1, 2, 3. That is a 1, 2, 3. 1,3 dipolar cycloaddition reaction is a kind of 1,3 dipolar cycloaddition reactions. So after that they giving you a cyclic compounds. Okay. So they giving you a cyclic compound like this. This one is a cyclic compounds, but this cyclic compounds, you know, the oxygen is a peroxide bond. It is a highly unstable type of compounds. They again is going for this cleavage of bond is take place here. So here this one is bond is moving here. This charge is carried by this oxygen, and what happened the same time this lone pair of electron is participating here. So they're giving you a fragments, two fragments. One is a aldehyde, the another one is a kind of the oxoniums type of compound. So in case of the oxonium types of compound, one fragment is here, this one is a double bond established in between this carbon, and this oxygen also is the positive and this one is negative. So it is a kind of the oxonium type of ions. The another one is single bonds, single bond, a double bond established in between the carbon and oxygens. So they are giving you C double bond O and one H is here. So it is a kind of the aldehydes. But this reactions could not be stopped here. It also takes place in forward directions because main product is not formed here. After that, the is responsible to the formations of the main product, and when they combine with each other, further here the 1,3 dichloro cycloaddition is take place, and they giving you a very important first product of this reaction is ozonoid. But ozonoid is highly explosive in nature. They again going for the cleavage and giving you a stable product is aldehyde. Okay, so see guys, so what happened here, this negative part is approaching on this carbon because this carbon attached with oxygen, so oxygen is pulling its electron on towards, and that carbon carrying a positive charge. So it's behaving like an electrophile, it's behaving like a nucleophile. When this oxygen carries attacking on here, so this oxygen's double bond is attacking on here and this electron coming here. The first step, this one is a second step, and that one is third step. Due to this cyclizations or again whole three cycloadditions, they giving you a stable product. See guys, this oxygen is attached here, this one, and this oxygen attached with here, they giving you a stable compounds like this one. So that one is carbon, this one is oxygen, this one is oxygen, this oxygen attached with this carbon atoms. Okay, that is a carbon atom, already have a single bond and hydrogen, and this oxygen attached with this carbon atoms means this oxygens attached with that carbon atoms. So which type of structure? This is generally is known as a ozonoid. This is ozonoid. It is a stable, but generally due to the such kind of the arrangement, it is a highly what? Explosive in nature. So due to the remove its explosive natures, it further the cleavage is take place. So what happened? Here we are taking the different kinds of reagents. यहाँ पे जो different reagents आप use करेंगे इसके behalf पे ये product decide करेगा. Just after that I am telling you about this reagents. So again what happens? The decomposition is take place. This bond is coming here. This bond is coming here, and this bond is going here. See, the nascent oxygen is forming here. They are giving you a nascent oxygen, positive or negative, and this carbon double bond O. This is carbon double bond O and H. The one aldehyde is giving you this carbon double bond O and H. The two aldehyde molecules are forming. So that is the ozonolysis process. It is a very best method for the synthesis of which type of compound? Aldehyde type of compounds, and they giving you a nascent oxygen. This nascent oxygen is occupied by using reagents. Okay, जो ये reagent यहाँ पे आप use करेंगे उसको ये occupy करेगा. That is a general way to following the ozonolysis process. In every reaction in which the ozonolysis we are carried out, they giving you a similar kind of steps. Then we are talking about the different kinds of the ozonolysis process. So see guys, the different kinds of ozonolysis process in which we are using the different kinds of the reagents. So what happens if suppose we have alkene, okay, that one is alkene. The reaction is take place first of all with ozone, okay, and then in the second step, if you are using here, what we are using, if you are using dimethyl sulfide, so such type of reaction is take place in the presence of CH2Cl2. It is a kind of the solvent, and temperature is -78 degrees Celsius. Okay, the temperature and solvent remain as well as same in all ozonolysis reactions. If we are using DMS, that is dimethyl sulfide, So certain type of ozonolysis known as the reductive ozonolysis. Reductive ozonolysis. In case of the reductive ozonolysis, you are getting only aldehyde, okay, not to be acids. So the bond is decomposed from here. A bond अगर यहाँ से decompose होता है, they giving you aldehyde, that is R C double bond O or H. At that time you are getting R C double bond O or H. Similarly, R C double bond यहाँ पे एक O जुड़ेगा and one H is here. They giving you again R C double bond O or H. The certain kind of ozonolysis is known as the reductive ozonolysis reaction. Okay, and they giving you a major product is aldehydes. If suppose the similar kind of this reaction is take place in the presence of peroxide or H2O, instead of this reaction if take place in the presence of peroxide H2O2 or maybe H2O, the similar kind of conditions we are taking CH2Cl2 and minus 78 degrees Celsius. So they providing you oxygen because this is a peroxide and liberating nascent oxygens. So they causing not reductive, that is a oxidative ozonolysis process. In this reactions you are not getting aldehyde, you directly getting acids. The same decomposition is take place. CR, that is R, C, that is OH and double bond O. And similarly, the half part is also converting into, so you are getting 2 carboxylic acids. So here the main product is acid. So guys, if the reaction is take place in the presence of your dimethyl sulfide, they giving you aldehyde. If the reaction is carried out in the presence of peroxide at 78 degrees Celsius by using a solvent dimethyl chloride or dichloromethane, so they giving you a acid compound. The last one is, if suppose we are using the another kind of the reagent, which another kind of reagent, suppose this reaction is take place in the presence of what? Reducing agent like AlH4 or we say NADH4. You know they both are a strong reducing agent, so that is known as again a reductive ozonolysis. What is reductive ozonolysis? और instead of this, if you are using Zn, अगर आप Zn भी लेते हैं तो भी ये reductive ही कहलाता है. Then again, if we are using reducing agents here, so they giving you a alcohol. So we are getting a alcohol at that time R C, okay, H2 and OH. Same as R C H2 and OH. 2 molecule of alcohol. That is a trick or a small way to identify the product. So this is a way or different way to conduct a ozonolysis, but the product is totally responsible on the nature of the given reagents. If the reagent is dimethyl sulfide or zinc, so that is a reductive ozonolysis. At that time they giving you a what? A aldehyde. If the reaction is conducting or take place in the presence of another reagents like to be peroxide and water, they giving you acids. And if the reaction is take place in the presence of the reducing agent, they giving you alcohol. So always follow the reaction is take place in the presence of which kind of the reagents is deciding the nature of the product. Okay, so these are the main thing, that is the oxidative and reductive ozonolysis. It is responsible to the formations of the different kinds of the product. Then we are working on its application parts. So see guys, I am showing you application. So today's we are generally working on the applications of the ozone, and you know the ozone is a highly explosive in nature because when the oxidation is take place, they liberating more amount of heat. It is very difficult to handle a certain kind of heat. So that reactions is take place inside a very specific instrument that is known as the ice cube incubators. The ice cube incubators conduct the different types of the reactions of ozonolysis in a very low temperature, and that is generally using for the synthesize the drugs, different kinds of drugs. But before that, I am just giving you some information related to its applications part. See guys, the first applications, we have a cyclohexenes. This is a cyclohexenes. It's following first of all the ozonolysis process. You know, it forming a temple-like structure. and they giving you a such kind of compounds. आपका ओजोनोलिसिस हुआ, फिर आपको ये कंपाउंड्स देगा. यू नो द मैकेनिज्म, आप मैकेनिज्म्स करके देख लीजिएगा जो मैंने आपको फर्स्ट बताया. In the second things it will be decomposed. So it will be decomposed into different types of products. Here we are using peroxides. अगर आप इसको peroxides की presence में तोड़ें H2O2, so it will be decomposed and forming a very important product. You know very well about that product, COOH, COOH. So guys, what is the name of this compound? Its name is adipic acid. Adipic acid. And adipic acid is generally using in polymer chemistry. You know, this is a major component to synthesize the nylon 6. So nylon 6 is synthesized by the dimethyl hexamine, and the another component we are using there the adipic acid. So we need to synthesize. That is very difficult to synthesize through this cyclohexenes, but only a one way to synthesize these compounds via ozonolysis. See, after that what happened? We are also just able to convert this compound and helpful to synthesize the nitrogen cyclic compound. How? See, in the second step we are using the similar kind of compounds, like we are using the adipic acid OH, and that one is COOH. Here we are using thionyl chloride SOCl2. If you are talking about the alkyl halide, so if you want to convert any alcoholic compound into this alkyl halide, so we are always using thionyl chloride, okay, and PCl5, PCl3. So what happens here? OH group is converting into Cl, because the converting into this compound, that is CO and Cl, that is CO and Cl. Okay. In the next step, what we are doing, we are taking reducing agent LiAlH4. So LiAlH4 is helping to remove this chlorine and convert this O into OH. So that is the reductions process, and we are getting what? That is COH. That one is CH and OH. Okay, that is CH2 and this is CH2OH. In the next step, we are passing an excessive amount of ammonia. Ammonia is NH3, H, H and H. So what happened? Here the one H reacted with OH, one H reacted with OH. They giving you how many molecules? Twice H2O molecule. And responsible to the formation of a big ring. Which type of ring? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. C. That is a product of this reactions. So it is not only to synthesize the adipic acid, or it is not only capable to convert this compound into acid, but it is also capable to convert a compound into a heterocyclic ring. That is the heterocyclic compounds having a nitrogen and behaving like a good base, and as well as the nucleophile. So that is the first applications of the ozonolysis, in which we are converting a compound into a heterocyclic compounds. Okay. That is the first way. The second applications, generally, or we already taught you, the ozone is behaving like an electrophile. If any compounds have two double bonds, okay, so the ozone always moving toward those double bond having a electron rich. अगर आपसे बोला जाए, this is giving you applications. That one is, here is Me, here is OMe. Which one is a better donating group? So that one is a better donating group. So ozone is not moving here, it's always moving here. So हमेशा electron rich double bond की तरफ को ozone पहले attract होती है. That is a selective reactions. तो यहाँ पे selectivity, the ozone का movement होता है, वो it's totally depend upon the electron density. So see which kind of reaction is here. Generally, ozonolysis is take place in the first step. Okay, ozonolysis हुआ, so it giving you a compounds. This remain as well as same. Okay, so the next one is they giving you a compound is OMe, that is O, that is O. Okay, so after that, what we are doing, we are just going to cleave this reaction. अब cleavage होगा, so that is here. This bond is moving here, this bond is moving here. Here we are generally using dimethyl sulfide. ले लीजिए dimethyl sulfide. The sulfur have tendency to grasp that oxygens and converting into DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide, and it converting into a compound C. This one OMe, double bond is here, it converting into O, is going there, bond remain as well as same. So the next one is double bond O. Here we are using a reducing agent. And which kind of reducing agent? We are using a NaBH4. And you already know very well about the selectivity of reducing agent. This one is a ester and this one is a aldehyde. So the sodium boron hydride is not capable to reduce the ester. It is only capable to affect the aldehyde. So guys, which type of compounds we are getting? You are getting, it will be remain as well as same. That is OMe. That one is CH2. That is CH2. That carbon having ONH. So that is known as a hydroxy ester. It is known as the hydroxy ester. So the ozonolysis is also to synthesize a very important compound. This is known as the hydroxy ester. And the hydroxy ester is also playing a very important role to synthesize the different kinds of medicinal compounds having the two functional groups. Okay, so that reaction is also take place. Okay, so it's depend upon the natures of the compounds and the kind of reagents we are using here. NaBH4 we are using here. That is another applications. The next one applications is we are using the similar kind of compounds. We are using aromatic compounds. It is a NAT gate questions. Suppose if we are using a benzene ring. Okay. Suppose we are using a benzene ring. Here the compound is OMe and here the compound is. So first of all, it is a very difficult to consider this ozonolysis in such type of compounds. We need to convert this compound into this alkenes. So here we are using first of all the reduction. Which kind of reduction? Birch reduction. Tertiary butyl hydroxide. So due to this Birch reductions, the whole compound is unstabilized and converting into a alkene. That is OMe. So बाकी का वही बनेगा जो हमने पहले बनाया था. If you are following the different reactions, ozonolysis, NaBH4, then they are giving you same compound जो अभी आपने बनाया था, beta hydroxy esters formations करा था, OMe and double bond O. So always follow. हमने अभी इससे पहले जो रिएक्शन यहाँ से स्टार्ट की थी, बट मैंने इसको यहाँ से दिया. So it means to say if you want to convert and synthesize these type of compounds, we are following which kind of reduction? Birch reduction. So एक और applications आ जाती है Birch की भी. तो ozonolysis is followed by the Birch reduction and they giving you beta hydroxy ester. So these are the applications part of this ozonolysis. The last but not least, we taught you it is useful to synthesize the different kinds of drugs. I am just telling you the name of the few drugs, and these drugs are synthesized inside the different types of compounds. The first drug is plus artemisinin. That is a very important drug, is synthesized by the process of ozonolysis. Without ozonolysis, we are not capable to synthesize these type of drugs. The second drug is indioxidine 25 1F. That is also synthesized via ozonolysis. And the next one is prostaglandin oxide. So these are specific drugs is using for the antibacterial and antifungal activities, generally synthesized by the ozonolysis. The different research paper has been published on this drugs applications part. So that is the applications of the ozonolysis, and I am giving you one reaction is take place inside the ice cube incubator. That is the ice cube incubator is a very important incubator. It's generally made by for this one scientist. His name his name is this is a Thales Nano. This is synthesized by or made by the Thales Nano. Thales Nano made ice cube incubator. Ice cube incubator. So the ozonolysis, and we are able to synthesize the big drugs inside this ice cube incubator by controlled conditions. Just giving you examples. That one is the benzene. That is a part of the drugs. Okay, so that is the compounds. Here we are following through the ozonolysis process in the presence of methyl alcohol at low temperature. So that is a very difficult to synthesize and convert this compound into aldehyde and ketone. But by using this ice cube incubator, we are able to synthesize this compound, and this compound is converting into a very important compound. Is generally using as a drugs. Is remain as and develop a ketone. That is a ozonolysis process. So these are the applications. The ozonolysis is not only for the lower level or a small level for study purpose. Generally it is using for the research purpose and helpful to synthesize the different types of heterocyclic compound, drugs and other dyes is also. So guys, that is a part of ozonolysis. So on the behalf of the reagent and conditions, we are able to control the whole reactions. Okay, so that's all for the day. In the next topic we are talking about some another processes also. Thank you.